Time for the Logan Summit Show. I am Logan Summit, and we're about to get down to the beatdown. It's round number 2 of our fight day today. We've got a total of 5 interviews, and this is number 2. Let's meet our new friend, Nick, the Sugar Fan Merritt. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good, Logan. How are you?
I'm fantastic. And before I go any further, this show is brought to you by Newer. Go to newer.com, use code Logan to save yourself 20% off of pro gear at amateur pricing. All of your content creator needs can be found at newer.com, and you can find the link to that right here in the description. All right, first and foremost, what the is a sugar ferret?
All right, man. So to make a long story short, in the Les Miles era of LSU football, you had a defensive secondary player by the name of Tyrann Mathieu, and he was notoriously the honey badger.
Yep.
And, man, in 2010, 2011, me being a young football player, I loved his tenacity, his aggressiveness. And, I tried to find something that I could liken to a honey badger. And, that's the first thing I came up with. But
Sugar ferret. All right. Now, do you have a sugar ferret? Have you seen a sugar ferret? Have you ever tasted a sugar ferret?
I got a teammate, Chase Porter, and he has an actual pet ferret. And I've held it. His name's Noodle. So if you want to shout out Noodle, the ferret.
They do they are reminiscent of a wet noodle, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit. The way they move. Yeah. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
They smell weird and they nip at your heels, though. I don't like ferrets. You can't trust a ferret. You let that thing run around. Next thing you know, you lost a toe.
Yes, sir. You can trust me, Logan. You can trust me. I tell you that.
I appreciate that. And I trust that you're fighting out of Tacoma, Washington. Are you there currently?
No, sir. I'm in McMinnville, Tennessee.
All right, so you're down in Tennessee already, preparing for your fight on June 20th. You will be fighting at the Top 10 promotion. We just talked to Nate Hewitt, who will be there with you on that date, fighting as well. So maybe you guys can make friends. He's got lots of tattoos, some that he regrets, by the way. So you might want to ask him about that. But you will be fighting none other than Keon Perry, and you're already down there. So you're down there training? Do you have a training camp down there, or did you make this a new training camp for Top 10 promotions specifically?
No, sir. Jamie Judkins has been running our camp for Razor's Edge this entire time. So we've been at work getting ready for it.
And that's right. That's Razor's Edge MMA. And is that right around the corner from Swan Mill Nursery, or do you have to go really far for that?
Yes, sir, Logan. It's just a stone's throw, man. I can almost see it across the road.
Now, you are a horticulturalist. When did you get into that, and how did that come about?
Man, I played a year of NAIA football, and my coaches ended up leaving, so I needed a job. And I moved back to Tennessee from Missouri, met a guy named Dale Bennett, started working for him at his nursery, where I'm at currently. And man, I loved it. So I changed my major. I studied agriculture at Tennessee Tech, got a degree there. And I've been working for the same guy, man, since I was 19. So,
well, that's crazy. Have you learned anything like Ralph Macchio and the Karate Kid? Have you learned anything from your work? Is there a Mr. Miyagi in the nursery that's helping you wax on, wax off something?
Yes, sir. There's definitely a Mr. Miyagi. That is my boss and mentor. He's got 34 years in the nursery industry. Man, when I heard I was going to be at a nursery, I was very lucky to find out I wasn't going to be at a daycare. I was going to be working around food. And, that's something that I'm thankful for, the Mr. Miyagi, like you said, man. He's been a massive blessing in my life.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, obviously, you've had some hard-fought battles. Currently, I do believe your MMA record is 3-2-0. Am I correct on that?
No, sir. My MMA record is actually 0-1.
Okay.
And this will be my Muay Thai debut.
This will be your Muay Thai debut, because this is actually a Muay Thai kickboxing event on June 20th down there in Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you're going to be throwing the fisticuffs, punches and bunches, and kicks to the face, neck, chest, and breast area. I get that. So that's going to be good for you. So you're not going to have to watch out for any of those dirty submissions or anything like that. Yeah. We'll talk about that a little bit later on.
Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir.
you obviously have a good sense of humor. I don't know if you've ever checked out your fighter pages. Have you checked on your fighter
Man,
pages?
I haven't, man. I try to,
All right.
yeah, but I
Well,
appreciate that.
this may be a learning experience for you. Do you know what college you attended? If you look at your fighter pages.
Man, no, dude. I went to Culver Stockton, and then I went to Tennessee Tech, and no, I haven't checked the colleges out, man. That's something I got to look into for sure.
All right, so it says that you attended Derek Zoolander's College for Kids Who Need to Learn Stuff.
Hey, man, I probably could have used that. I probably could have used that, but right now I'm still in the trees and in the Muay Thai. That's all I learned. But
And apparently your coach's name is Joe Mama.
Joe Mama,
Yeah.
those symbols are good, man. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? When I looked at it, I was like, all right, this is fun over here. We got Zoolander. We've got Joe Mama, one of the worst bands ever. Yeah, there's an actual band called Joe Mama, and they are terrible. I mean, they are not good. And if you're like, oh, I got to look them up, stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin the rhythm in the style that you're used to. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't look them up. Who's your actual coach right now, though? Let's give them some props.
Jamie Judkins, out of
There you go.
McMinnville, Tennessee. Yes, sir.
All right, that's good stuff. Now, it also says here that your favorite, do you know who your favorite historical figure is?
That's Mike Allstott.
Mike Allstott. He was one of the best fullbacks ever to play the game for Tampa Bay. I'm assuming we're talking about the football player, correct?
Yes, sir. Purdue University, I believe.
All right, good. Because if you're going to be like, no, it's General Michael Allstott from the Revolutionary War. Know your history. But I do know some history. Tony Dungy, Mike Allstott. Oh, man. And, those were the days. They won a Super Bowl. Now, are you a diehard Tampa Bay fan? What's the deal?
No, sir. I'm more of a Titans fan, to be honest with you, being here in Tennessee. I'm a Vanderbilt Commodore fan as well. I'm kind of ashamed to admit that, man, but Diego Pavia, he's making things look good for us this next coming season. But, man, Mike Allstott, it's like you said, the way he played the game, kind of like Tyrann Mathieu, that intensity, that grit, that grind, never stopping. He's like a battering ram. I love that. I love that. And I play fullback myself, so that was something I looked up to as a kid.
He reminded me of, I don't remember the character's name in He-Man, but the toy, it was a battling ram. The actual character's superpower was that he was a battling ram. And I feel like Mike Allstott encompassed that. You know what? His Pee Wee coaches must have really installed the never stop moving your feet aspect because he just didn't stop moving at all. Like if you thought you could be in front of him, his feet were still going 1,000 miles an hour. And at some point he was just going to rip right through you. And you gotta love that team. I wonder what Mike Allstott's doing today.
Man, I couldn't tell you. I think the last I heard, he was coaching a high school team.
Yeah.
But that's the last I've heard about it.
Coaching a high school team, and he just opened up his very own nursery the other day. So maybe you can go get a job.
Oh, this guy! Oh man! That's flattering.
All right, on June 20th, top 10 promotions. You're going to be down there fighting for your life, doing a little bit of that kickboxing, not worrying about the MMA right now. Are you going to be focusing on kickboxing moving forward, or is this just a respite outside of MMA?
Yes, sir. For the time being, we have a lot of teammates at Razor's Edge, well-rounded teammates. And my plan going forward for this year is to just focus on the kickboxing and the Muay Thai, rack up as many fights as I can, being that, this card is going to be my debut. I'm trying to rack up as many as I can and focus on that. Help my teammates with my tools there as well.
Now, it is going to be your debut. How are you managing the anxiety and all of the trepidations that come with knowing that you're going to have to go out there under the lights and make your debut?
Man, I love it. I think it's an opportunity for my younger teammates. Some of them are stepping up to the plate for the first time as well. And we have, younger teammates that have already stepped in there. Alan Esparza got a 2-0 record MMA, fighting for the state title.
And he'll actually be fighting Nate Hewitt, the guy that I just he was on just before you, literally just before you. So he'll be fighting Nathaniel Hewitt. I wanted to call him that the entire interview because I feel like it rolls off the tongue very well. He doesn't have a nickname, so maybe he'll have a nickname after this. Does your teammate who's fighting him, Alan, have a nickname?
Yes, I believe it's El Papadas. I believe it's Spanish. Yeah.
So does everybody from Razor's Edge MMA have really Any cool nicknames?
Man, hey, we'll leave the definitions up to the masses, but I think we're all working on something. We're all trying to get something going. So when the chants start, they got something to lean on.
All right, so you've been around the block a few times, so it's not technically it's your debut for this, but you've been in the ring before. How are you able to help out some of your younger teammates and prepare them to be able to get into that square circle?
Man, they make it easy. Some of them come from wrestling backgrounds. Some of them come from a football background. And being around that type of mindset, me being their age just, 5, 6 years ago, it's easy for me to have patience and them to have patience, Like maybe I'm not this crazy bald old guy. Maybe I know what I'm talking about sometimes. And, I look at them just with their work ethic and their effort. And it speaks volumes, man. It's a big reason why, I stay put in McMinnville, and I believe in this town and what we can accomplish.
Yeah, I hang out with a lot of younger creators here in Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. And they teach me stuff all the time. We call it co-mentoring because I'm 46 and I'm hanging out with these 23-year-old kids who are teaching me stuff every time I turn around. And they say I teach them stuff as well. So I like that back and forth, that teeter-totter battle of education and figuring that out. That's a good atmosphere to be involved in. And that's why you're loving it so much down there with Razor's Edge, huh?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. So do you have one dude in the gym that you like sparring with more than others?
Man, I don't have favorites.
Oh, come on.
Alan Sparzy, I'll tell you what, I was with Alan yesterday in the gym, and I think the world of Alan. Same thing with Caleb Mackey, Chase Porter, great teammate. I have teammates all around me, man. I think the world of them, and they think the world of me. And when we push, man, we push. That's what that younger age group, man. Their understanding at this age is impressive for what it takes to succeed in the sport. When the rounds need to be there. When healing needs to be there, when rest needs to be there, these guys have a great understanding of that, and I'm thankful, very thankful.
All right. What's the one thing that you guys do as a group outside of the gym and outside of the ring?
Well, I know we like to go fishing, go to the falls over there at Tullahoma. I think just eating food, man, going to get some Mexican food. That's A plus right there. Yeah, man, just hanging out.
Mexican food's absolutely tremendous. What do you guys have a favorite Mexican place that you always hit up?
Yes, sir. We actually do. Camino Real in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Get the burrito tacos.
All right, well let's get that naming sponsorship on the back of your shorts, okay?
Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll
Let's
try.
do
We'll try,
it,
man.
right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Oh man. All right. Well, you will be fighting on June 20th with Top 10 Promotions, courtesy of our great friends at Razor's Edge MMA. You'll be fighting Keon Perry. And what do you know about Keon?
Man, I don't know anything about Keon. I know that he is 0-1 right now, and
Yep.
that's something, honestly, man, as a competitor, I'm thankful for. I'm 0-1 myself in MMA, a different, sport, and we're both hungry. We're both trying to, get something going, and we're desperate for it, and we've been working for it. And I don't know much outside of that, but I'm thankful that I have an opponent. That's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah, definitely, man. I talked to a guy the other day. His name's Hunter Lee. He has had now 5 fights canceled on him. He's also an alternate. He was an alternate on the 2024 Paris Olympic wrestling team. So I think people take the fight and then they look at him and go, "Oh no, no, no! I don't want to do that. No, I'm good. I'm good."
The
So
experience, man, yeah. To see
yeah,
that, yes, yeah.
yeah, exactly. Because he's fresh to the combat fighting as far as a professional. So they just don't want to get in the ring with him. So I can see that having an opponent is a step in the right direction. Now, are you one of those fighters? It doesn't matter who you're fighting. You train the way that you're going to train each and every single day, and the training camp pretty much stays the same.
No, sir. We definitely make adjustments depending on who we got and what we know. But outside of that, the cardio, the strength conditioning, all that, that's always there. That's always changing too. There's injuries all the time, and just trying to figure things out to keep our bodies going. So yeah, it's changing, but we have some consistent days. 3 days a week we'll probably do the same thing, and then the other two we'll change things up a bit.
All right. Have you seen anything about Keon and their particular game that you think you're going to be able to exploit?
No, sir. I want to say he's got the reach on me, so I'm going to be
Okay.
leery of those teeps. I'm going to be leery of that jab. I'm not particular on just working my way to the inside or staying on the outside. I'm just going to fight my fight, and that's what I hope for.
All right. Well, I hope that you're going to end up with a win, and I know you do as well. What do you see as your keys to victory?
Right now, man, it's leaning on my coach and my corner, and the work me and my teammates have put in, whether that's strategizing for my opponent or strategizing for myself and my skill set. It's going to be focusing on those things and not getting out of my head. Just remaining to the game plan. I think that's key.
Yeah, always stick to the game plan. And like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a game plan until you get punched in the face. So, it's important to stick to it, stick-to-itiveness, and being able to remain calm in the face of getting punched in the face, neck, chest, and breast area. That's also very difficult because you can gas out just emotionally. Forget about the adrenaline dump of walking to the actual ring. Just getting in there and having your emotions take over and not being able to calm yourself and do a little woo-saw, woo-saw. You can forget about your cardio. I don't care if you ran to Timbuktu and back. If you can't manage your emotions in the ring, you're going to gas out. So,
yes, sir. Agreed. Agreed 100%.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm spitting a couple facts here and there. I know a couple things.
100%.
I've walked around the block a few times.
Hey, I hear you, Logan. I hear you, man. It's that cool heart. That cool heart. It's a heart that moves forward, but it's cool, man. You got to be reserved a little bit in that fight. Just a little bit. A little bit.
Just a little bit. I mean, yeah, I want to see you take full advantage of the opportunities that are afforded to you within that ring. But there's also something to be said about a cool, calm, and collected head. So we're going to hope for the best for you. It's going to be a barn burner, and I think this whole entire card is matching up to be something pretty spectacular for kickboxing and Muay Thai. I'm excited to see it on June 20th. Part of that top 10 promotions down there in Tennessee doing their thing. I mean, they're all over the place right now, and you got to appreciate that. And, of course, we got to appreciate where you're coming from. Razor's Edge MMA treating you very well and giving you the tools that you need to be able to get in that ring and do what you do. All right, before we get to 5 questions, we've got 2 spots here. One I don't think you're going to like because I don't see you being a big fan of this, but I need a prediction from you.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Give me a prediction. When are you going to win?
Hey, I think if I had to make a prediction, you're right. You hit the nail on the head with me. I don't like to make assumptions or overlook anything. I'm going to end this fight. I will end this fight.
Okay.
That's the only prediction. What's number 2?
All right. Number 2 is this is your time. It's your time down here. It's their time up there. You can talk about anything you like, video games. You can thank your mom. You can thank your sponsors. You can ask companies that you would like to be your sponsor to join you up. You can thank your coaches. You can talk about whatever you want. This is your time pre-fight to just break forth that rhythm in the rhyme.
All right. You cut out on me for a second there.
This is your time to just talk about whatever you like.
Oh, man. I'd like to thank KC Rogers and Top 10 Promotions, first and foremost. Thank you so much. This is a huge opportunity for not only me, but my teammates and my coach. We're very thankful. And we plan on doing nothing but executing, man, and putting on the best show we can. And second, I want to thank my family, my sister, my mother, and my boss, Dale Bennett out here, man. He supported me in this journey, in this path. And I'm just blessed with good people in my life.
Yeah, we do say around the Logan Summit Show, it takes a village to build a fighter. At the end of the day, you're the only one in the ring, but there's so many people who are the ones that get you there. So yes, that is absolutely awesome. Top 10, Razor's Edge. Is there anything in your daily life that you're like, hey man, I wish this company would sponsor me?
I love coffee and I love caffeine, man. That would be ideal. Just any company, man, that does the coffee or the caffeine, that'd be great. And I love Boone Muay Thai gloves. Boone Muay Thai gloves on the road on down. Yeah.
All right, Boone Muay Thai gloves. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard anybody call out them yet. So there you go. That's good stuff. Love that. And let's do it one more time. Nick, the Sugar Baron Merritt, will be fighting on June 20th, and they will be fighting Keon Perry, part of the top 10 promotions, and courtesy of our good friends over at Razor's Edge MMA. And now it's time to get to 5 questions. It's exactly what it sounds like, Nick. It's 5 simple questions. Let's see how it goes. It is brought to you by Newhouse. If you're sitting in a gaming chair, don't do it. You need to put your butt someplace comfortable, and that's going to be a Newhouse chair, couch, love seat, whatever you like. We've got home decor, office decor, all the best decor for you and yours. Go to newhouse.com. Use code Logan Radio Rocks. You're going to save a little bit of that money, which we all could use a little bit more of. And you can check out that link right here in the description. All right, without further ado, let's get to it. Since Derek Zoolander was brought up earlier, what's your favorite Ben Stiller movie?
Whew. Heavyweights.
Oh, man. See, I got to go Tropic Thunder all day.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
Logan.
You forgot about Tropic Thunder. You forgot about it.
Forgot all about it.
You forgot all about Tropic Thunder. Oh, man.
That, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a good one. That's a great one.
It's a great movie. Couldn't make it nowadays, but great movie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Robert Downey Jr. is like, I'm glad everybody thought that was funny. And Tom Cruise deserved an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor as his character as Les whatever his name was.
Yes,
I mean, that made me want to like Tom Cruise.
Absolutely.
I mean, I love him as an actor. Don't get me wrong. Look, they say he's actually one of the best stuntmen in Hollywood, by the way. Like, when they do those car chases, he does them all himself. And one of the directors and stunt coordinators said, if we had a stunt person who could do it better than he would, we would allow them to do it. But he's actually better than everybody else, which is amazing to me, because at some point I feel like if he keeps doing all these crazy stunts, we're going to actually see him die on camera. Like, he's going to the top of the world's largest building and unhooking himself from it. Like, where's the insurance companies on this going, no, Tom. I mean, wrap him in bubble wrap. Get him all wrapped up. We can't, no. Oh,
yeah, I wouldn't want to cover that guy. That's for sure. No shot.
Dude's kind of nuts. All right. Now I'm going to talk to you about MMA for a hot second, just because I got to ask you this question. It's kind of a jerk question, but I got to know. How you doing on defending against the rear naked choke these days?
We've worked on it.
Okay. All right, good. I'm glad. If you get back into MMA, I just wanted to make sure that you've worked on it. Turn away.
Absolutely.
Turn away.
Hey, we're fighting with the hands immediately, man. We got this down. As you know, my new teammates being wrestlers and jiu-jitsu practitioners, man. I'm getting some jiu-jitsu classes in here and there, but we're working on it for sure.
Yeah, and if you're at home wondering where that comes from, he has had a couple tough ones there by rear naked choke, and I'm assuming you could have figured that out. But I want to paint the picture for you, because that's my job.
Yes,
and I'm glad you got to work on your weaknesses, right? Like and it always makes you a better person when you're able to go, you know what? I need to work on this. What's something else in your fight game that you've worked on and that you're proud to say, hey, you know what? I'm much better at this now.
Man, I wasn't always the most defensive guy in the stand-up. And like I said, being with these teammates, man, that's brought it out of me. Being more cognizant and aware of my movement and focusing on, my blocks, my checks, things of that nature. And then implementing my offense, it's been huge for me, because I was just an offensive guy starting out. And, I'd say I'm very well-rounded, very well-rounded.
And that's exactly where you want to be at the end of the day. You want to be well-rounded. In the last, we sometimes talk about which do you think is more effective, striking or ground game and whatnot. But really, you got to be affluent and proficient in all of these skills, especially these days. If you're going to make it to the top tier, there's not one part of your game that can suffer. Because if it does, it will become glaringly apparent as you get higher up into the echelons of these fighting leagues. They will find you, Ben Askren. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you. Could have had a great career if you would have worked on your freaking stand-up a little bit. Yeah, sorry, Ben. I know everybody's going to be like, why are you making, but I'm right. I'm actually right. If he would have done some stand-up, he could have had a better career. Still had a decent career, but it would have been better. And I actually don't know if he retired yet, but I think too many punches and bunches to the face made him go, maybe I'll stick to some grappling.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Question number 3. What's your favorite plant or flower?
Sounds crazy. I love Sansevieria. I love some people call it mother-in-law's tongue. Some people call it snake plant. I enjoy growing those and propagating those. But man, I also love growing oak trees. We do oaks by seed here, so I'm planting thousands and thousands of acorns. And I don't know why I love that so much, but oak trees are nice, man. They're big, got good shade. I don't know, man. Simple.
Nick Acorn Merritt is now your new nickname. All
Oh
right, let's
no,
get
man.
Nick Acorn
Yeah,
Merritt.
yeah.
You know what? I don't think it has the same flair as Sugar Ferret does.
I don't think so either,
No,
Logan.
I don't think so. I think we'll sit Acorn on the back shelf for now.
Hey,
Uh, all right. Number 4 of 5 questions. Jelly Roll or Post Malone?
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll. They just gave him his college degree. Did you see that?
Really? I did not see
Yeah.
that.
He didn't finish college. I think he attempted to go at some point, but yeah, somebody came out and was like, "Yo, we'll give you a Oh no, that's right. He didn't go to college. He went to jail. They just got rid of his entire record. His record is clean. Hey guys, girls, theys and thems, if you grow up to be a really great singer and entertainer, you too can have your entire criminal career expunged. Not too shabby. Yeah, that's actually what happened, though. Yeah,
Man.
I don't think he ever got to go to college. Anyways, hey, the mafia used to refer to prison as college, so maybe we got our euphemisms mixed up there a little bit. All right, last question of 5 questions, brought to you by our good friends over at Newhouse. What is the best advice you've ever received, inside or outside of the ring?
Oh man, that's tough. I mean, simply put, stay the course. I'm 27. I'll be 28 at the end of this month. I played a year of college football. I feel like I've been in good shape my whole life. I work outside 8+ hours a day. Have to be in good shape to do that. Taking care of your body is important. Take care of your mind. That's important too. But yeah, stay the course, man. Don't quit. That's huge. And thank those around you, man. That's important as well.
Yes, being thankful is always good. And I quit quitting today because no one likes a quitter.
Oh,
For real, I'll get you that t-shirt. We'll send it out to you, all right?
yes, sir.
All right. Well, Nick, it's been a pleasure chatting with you today. I wish you nothing but the best. You will be fighting on June 20th down in Tennessee, for Top 10 Promotions, courtesy of Razor's Edge MMA. And you will be fighting Keon Perry. And one of you will come out with a win. It should be exciting. It should be a barn burner. Going to tear the roof off of this mother all day long. And I expect you to come out with a nice W, and we'll be able to talk to you again the next time that you fight coming up. And you know what? I thank you for being here today.
Hey, Logan, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate this opportunity. It's been great.
Not a problem. And you've been great as well. And so you have been great too. So thank you for being here. Hey, that's 2 down. We've got 3 more interviews to go today. Oh, yeah. This is how we do. So buckle up. Going to be that bumpy ride I keep talking about. But before we get to that, do me a favor. Be good to yourself. Be kind to others. Pay it forward, play it forward. Rock like a party star, party like a rock star. Smile strong, laugh loud, and last but not least, please like, follow, and subscribe so you'll know when we'll be live again, getting down to the beat down. Because you know what, Nick? Everybody loves a good fight. We'll see you next time. Thanks for being here, Mr. Merritt.
Hey, thank you, Logan.